Hey, this is Kevin with Tristan Smith.
Yes,
Tristan,
sir.
first of all, it's awesome to see you, man.
Yes, sir. Nice to see you too, Kevin. Yeah.
Uh, Obviously, this is the LaGrange Tristan Smith Football Camp.
Yes, sir.
First of all, how does it feel? You talked about it a little bit. To see the young campers with your name on their shirts,
Yes,
how
sir.
does that make you feel?
It's a blessing, just being where I am today, just
Yeah,
like just giving back to the community.
yeah,
And always it's always good to come home and just seeing my name on those shirts.
yeah,
I'm used to seeing, the Tank Bigsby camps
yeah,
and
right,
the Kobe Hudson camps and
yeah,
stuff. And I'm like, man, LaGrange, we need to do some of that. So
yeah,
we just talking to Coach Napier about it for a while and just grateful. It's
yeah,
a blessing to come here. And
yeah,
it's not about me. At the end of
right,
the day, it's not about me. I used to go to LaGrange and
yeah,
I'm a Granger for life. But this
yeah,
is about the kids. So
yeah,
really just coming back and being around my people, seeing my
yeah,
mom again,
yeah.
it's a blessing.
Absolutely. Of course, you mentioned to me you practiced this morning up in
Yes, sir.
Clemson.
Yes, sir.
So that kind of tells me how much this means to you that you're willing to practice and then drive up here and do this, right?
Yes, sir. It was Friday workout.
Yeah.
It was one
Yeah.
of those we got to earn the weekend today. So
Yeah.
we did a
Yeah.
lot of running, a lot of
Yeah.
conditioning today. So
Yeah.
I knew I was gonna be tired,
Yeah.
exhausted after practice, but
Yeah.
I had to come.
Yeah.
I have to come back and
Yeah.
see my mom, see the
Yeah.
team, just
Yeah.
support and the
Yeah.
community. So yes, sir.
Yeah. Your story to me is all about perseverance. Throughout your journey, is that kind of what's carried you through? Is just that willingness, that
Yes, sir.
knowledge that no matter what, I'm going to find a way to make it happen,
Yes,
right?
sir. Yeah, really just having faith in myself.
Yeah.
It was some days. Look, I'm gonna tell you this. It was some days I wanted to quit, go home.
Yeah.
I wanted
Yeah.
to quit and go home and just
Yeah.
I don't know what I'll be doing today. But
Yeah.
my mom played the biggest part in
She
that.
was
My
there
mom,
for you.
she was there, but she was there in a kind of a way of like, you better do this, you got to do
Yeah.
this. Push me,
Right.
motivated me every day. To
Yeah.
be the best player, be the best man I can be in life. So
Right.
really just kept my head down, and just looked at all the positive outcomes
Yeah.
of and looking down the road of what can be.
Yeah.
Other than just looking back, I
Yeah.
can go back home and get a job, and ain't nothing
Yeah.
wrong with that.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I got things I want to do in life.
Yeah.
Just be the best player I can
Yeah.
be the best man I can be to my family and
Yeah.
to my peers and
Right.
to the
Yeah.
students I used to go to class with,
Yeah.
just everybody.
And you've landed at an amazing place
Yes,
at
sir.
Clemson, obviously, an incredible coach, and Coach Swinney. How much you looking forward to this fall, being a part of that team?
This is championship team. That's all
Yeah.
I can say.
Yeah.
Like we have a schedule, but
Yeah.
at this point we don't care who we play.
Yeah.
Like it's to the point like we're going against Clemson every week.
Yeah.
Every day at practice we playing
Yeah.
against each other. So
Yeah.
if we can play against each other and win every day, it don't matter who we play on Saturday.
Yeah.
The outcome is gonna be the same.
Yeah.
Great quarterback,
Yeah.
quarterback in K
Yeah.
Klubnik. Great O line, great D line,
Yeah.
great cornerback. And the one thing I want to stress about this team, like we have a lot of depth.
Yeah.
Like we have three teams on one team, so it's like
Okay.
it's no drop offs
Yeah.
at all. So the first
Yeah.
group come out, the second group
Yeah.
go in,
Yeah.
and then on top of that, we have a great strength coach, great strength staff.
Right.
So like we're building up the conditioning we do
Yeah.
every day. So it's like
Yeah.
we have all the tools in the world. We just got to go
Yeah.
do it right now.
Yeah.
The media can say a lot, but we actually have to go do it right now. And I
Yeah.
know we can do it. We can get the job done.
Yeah. Yeah, you look back on your time here at LaGrange when you started playing football here. It was kind of tough times.
Yes, sir.
A couple of two-win seasons.
Yes, sir.
To kind of help things get turned around here, that must have been pretty special for you.
Oh, yes, sir. I knew we could do it. I played quarterback my ninth and
That's
10th
right.
grade year.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I thank Coach Pleasance for me switching to receiver. He was my
Okay.
quarterback coach, so
Nice.
and I feel like he was coaching me a little too hard. So
Yeah.
I was like, man, I'm gonna go try to play receiver. So
Yeah.
switched to receiver. Coach Napier came,
Yeah.
just trying to program around.
Yeah.
Like you said, we went 2-8. 2-8 my first two seasons. We didn't have a winning season. Coach Napier got here
Yeah.
when we went 8-3, 8-2. So
Won a
like
playoff game.
just seeing being a start of the Coach Napier era,
Yeah.
it was a blessing. Like just the way he carries his program, the facilities we have. We didn't have this when I was
Right.
ninth and 10th grade. So really just seeing we can come in and do to a program is phenomenal.
Right. And those first couple years in college for you mentioned it was a struggle at times,
Yes, sir.
wasn't it? But
Yes, sir.
like you said, your faith is real important to you. Just find a way to fight through, right? That's the message.
Yes, sir. At the end of the day, you're gonna have some ups and downs,
Yeah.
some bumps and bruises. But
Yeah.
if you really want to get something done, you'll do whatever it takes to get it done.
Yeah.
And like I said, like my first 2 years in
Yeah.
college, I used to question God a lot,
Yeah.
question myself,
Yeah.
late nights in my room. But
Yeah.
I kept my head down,
Yeah.
and I started getting a little bit closer to God every year in college,
Yeah.
and just seeing what he's done for me,
Yeah.
just seeing what he's done for my
Yeah.
mom, my family, just seeing how he changed my life in a year.
Yeah.
So just really just keeping faith in him, and just building, all that, and just love. I just love being at Clemson. Being a Clemson man. So yes, sir.
Well, there's going to be a lot of Clemson fans here in LaGrange this fall, I think. I know everybody's pulling for you.
Yes, sir.
I'm really proud of you. Wish you nothing but the best.
Yes, sir. Thank you. Yes, sir. Yes,
Thank
sir.
you.
Yes, sir.